Welcome back to my channel, Frugal John. Today we're going to be installing a new diesel heater. The last video, which I'll post right here, which was this one here. And I told you off camera I'm going to switch the fan over and put it on the other one and get my old one working again. And it's working flawless now. So what I think it was a defect on the casting on this main body somewhere. I did buy a new one. It came on sale. And I'm going to put this one on. It says 7 kilowatt. I doubt it, but we're going to see how it goes. But the other one, like I say, is down there running. So we're going to get this out of the way, and I'm going to bring the new one. I'm going to show you a totally different controller. Okay, so here's a new heater. It came with instruction manual. What I noticed in this, a lot of that is this company also makes the same, it looks like the same model, but they do have coolant that goes through it. And then you got one page here, how to control the controller, how to use it. The fuel tank, which I'm not going to be using. I do have one already on the wall. And this is a 9 liter. The old tanks were 10 liters. I tend to not use a knife to cut boxes open with tape. I just tend to use a screwdriver or keys. I never want to cut anything inside. One of the main reasons why I wanted to buy this kit was because it had this in it. I didn't want to buy it separately, but when it was in the kit and this came in under $100, it's end of the season, winter's almost over, so a lot of times they discount them to get rid of them out of stock, so they're not sitting with that all summer. And I think that's how I got this one so cheap. The wiring harness and the wiring harness. The wiring harness on this is way better than the other one I had. And the wires are also thicker. We do have this fuel line, which I'm not a big fan of, but I'm going to try it. I don't want to remove the heater under here. I probably will just take it out, but I want to keep the fuel line, that pump, and everything in place. Because I may eventually want to hook up two. I do have... So we're getting ready to put the new heater in. Like I said, I'll be back. I'll show you my tank down there. I cleaned out. Anyway, and I noticed when I was moving it around, hooking it up to this, I seen this, which one of the standoffs. So they're supposed to go in here. So if you look inside, there's one there. There's one that was on my desk. That's supposed to be glued in place there. And most heaters also have them on top. There's a spot for them. There's a spot for them. Because I noticed the heater was loose in there. Anyway, so they only have one in place, and that's supposed to hold it away from the plastic. So that's not good. Brand new heater with two missing standoffs, and one came off. Only one left in there. So, yeah, okay. So this one still has all the 4 standoffs. Actually, I don't know. I checked the box. I don't think there's more standoffs in here. No, I'm going to use this cover because the standoffs are already glued in place. And maybe we can use the new cover. Let's see how that goes. It may not fit this cover. I think it's too long. So I'll have to use the cover that it came with. And the fan seems to work okay in there. Okay, it's not touching anything. And it sits in there much tighter. The other one was really floppy when I was moving it around. So the new case, no good. Okay, now we can put it onto this. Flip it upside down. I see a problem right now. Maybe I got some washers in the kit. Maybe their plate was thicker. I don't know. Yeah, it's thicker than the plate that came off here. Because if I put the bolts on, you see the shoulder sticking up. So let's put that in here. And we'll put that over here. There. Now the shoulder's not showing. The only reason why I have this wood here set up like that is so I have room to make the turn on the exhaust to go out the side. That's ready. And I'll show you if you come down here. I'll show you how I'm setting up the tank. Okay, so I'm shoving my tank in here. That's going back under here. What I did is I ran it on just an old rag so I can slide it out without. If I keep sliding this in and out, I'm just going to wear a hole in the bottom of this. So I figure if I shove it on an old pillowcase that I have as a rag, that way I'm not wearing the bottom out. And I can turn around and I can fill it here. And if you take a look inside, when I put this in, I don't know if you can see it, I'm just slightly off the bottom.
Oh yeah.
So as it's all the way down, it's just slightly off the bottom, so in case there's any water in there, it's not going to pick it up, and it's not going to wear a hole through by going tick, tick, tick all the time. So it's loose in there. Let me wipe my light off. And I'll show you how I did that. So this just comes out. I left this here just so I can close it up when I take it out. Just all together, shove it in here. I'll put light just so. Oh. And so it's all the way down. It sits over here somewhere. I changed the location of the fuel tank. Instead of where I was going to put it, which was right there, I put it over there. It's on wood. I'll give you a close look. So it's there, and I left the fuel line long enough so I can pull it out to fill it up. Fuel filter's there, fuel pump's there, batteries over there. I still got to put eyelets on the terminals. For now, I just wrapped them around the post and tighten it down. Because we'll see if this thing works. And the controller, which is right here, there's no place to screw that anywhere. I'm going to have to get some two-way tape and put it in. Like my old controller was up here. It had a bracket. You just snapped it in. But this has got nothing. So all I got to do is prime it right now. So they say to prime this pump is you just push this top button. It says rapid pump. So I'll come down here if you want to get out of your way in case you want to see the fuel coming up. See the fuel coming up. So I got to do that till it gets all the way to the pump. It's got to fill the filter, which is a good thing. They've already had oil or diesel inside the pump, so it's not running dry. Okay, the filter's almost full. And it's going to start coming up the line soon. There it starts coming up the line from the filter. Now it's in the pump. And turn the pump up like this so make sure
Wait, turn up like that. Okay.
it fills the pump completely. Okay. Now let me check the line down here. Okay, so I'm not going to go any more so I don't flood the diesel heater out. I believe this one is altitude. The next button down. And this button, this main one here is to turn it on. It says I'm 12.8 volts. Motor's RPM. Output temperature 15 in the heater. And they let you know it's the best parking heater. The fuel pump hasn't started yet. So it's probably heating the glow plug. That's why it's down to 12 volts. 11.9. And it's heating up the glow plug. Oh, there's the pump started. Yes, you're fired.
Why you smell like rubber?
It's brand new. It's breaking in. Okay, so it's in. You've seen it working. It says 1,000 watts up to 7,000 watts. They say it's a 7 kilowatt heater, but I would have to measure the fuel to find out actually how many BTUs it's given me, and then from there calculate how many kilowatts it's running. Anyway, I'm not going to do that on this video, but a couple of things I did notice. If you take a look at the line that came with, looks like they have some stuff embedded in the line itself. I had to watch when I was using it. I had to actually cut this one and turn it around because it was too short until I ran across whatever this is inside the line that goes all the way through it. Anyway, just quality control. Not the best. Anyway, do I like the heater? I don't know. I just installed it. It's working. It had problems along the way, which is one, the line. Number two, the standoffs in the case. It's missing two. One was off. It is what it is. It's working. It's not smoking. So I have not tried it on the high altitude mode, which is pushes the top button. I'll try that later. Anyway, I'm going to run it for a bit, and before I release the video, I'll have a better understanding, or I would have more information if it's working or not. If everything's working good, I'll just say thanks for watching the video. If you appreciate a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thanks for watching my channel. Bye for now.